Hey, beautiful souls. I'm Sarah from Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching, and this is your energy update for the week of June 22nd to the 28th. And I'm here to help you to navigate the energy frequencies that are happening this week with clarity, vision, and soul, your own personal soul. So this week's energy is activating deep recalibrations within you, and you already know it. We have a lot of energy that's going on this week. So first, let's discuss with cards what the energy looks like overall. For more information, you can go to my website, www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com, and you can find out exactly what each of the transits this week might mean for the general collective above. But this week's energy is Pluto. It's all about transformation. You're being transformed into somebody new, somebody different, but you have to allow that energy to unfold as it's going to. The universe is pushing you in a new direction, and you just have to let it unfold as it's going to. It's there to help assist and guide you and move where you need to go, but you have to let it. And that can be one of the hardest things that we're experiencing with Pluto transits. So even though Pluto isn't necessarily hugely overly active in this week's transits, it is having an impact. But a planet that is having a lot of impact this week is Mercury, which is all about your mind. Your mind is being challenged. It wants to shift, it wants to change, it wants to create something new and something different. But in order for that to happen, you have to allow yourself and the way that your mind works and operates to shift and change. Now, Mercury is in Cancer at the beginning of the week and it's at Leo at the end of the week. So there's definitely going to be a transformative time in terms of how Mercury operates. First, it's going to be operating from a place of the moon. And as the moon shifts and changes, the way that your Mercury shifts and changes. But once Leo is in charge, it's going to operate from a place of the sun, which right now the sun is also in Cancer. So you might not notice a huge difference, but there is going to be a difference if you allow yourself to experience and to feel that difference. And then the other card for this week is Aquarius. I know. So what do you know? Do you know it for certain? Or is this something that you've been told and that you think that you know? But what you can do is you can allow your shift in how you think and be, maybe I don't know things the way that I thought that I did, and allow yourself to think differently. So don't just assume that you know all of the answers this week. Allow yourself to think and to feel differently than how you might normally. So now we're going to tune in and decode what each of your signs need to know. Pay attention to your sun and to your rising sign, as each one of them can provide you with important information and help to see where the insight lies and what you need to know. So for Aries, your card this week is learning. So there's something for you to learn this week, Aries. It is not necessarily what you think it's going to be. This is a time for you to have patience and to sit back and to think and to reflect, which isn't necessarily what you want to be hearing right now. You want to be hearing that you can go and you can move and you can shift with the energy, but this isn't the time for that. You are going through a learning process right now, and that is really important for you to know. So pay attention to what it is that is coming through for you to learn and activate that Mercury so that you can learn what it is that you are meant to learn right now. Taurus, your card this week is unexpected. So something is going to be coming up that you didn't quite expect, you didn't anticipate. But that's what change is. Change is the unexpected sometimes. It's not just the change that we dictate and we tell I want to go and I want to do this, or I want to move here and I want to do that. This is a time for you to take the unexpected. Uranus is heavily involved in this week's aspects, and it's still in your sign, Taurus. It's in your sign until the beginning of July. So there is still things that are going on that are going to be happening, that are going to be transforming that you can't control, which isn't necessarily what you want to hear, but it is what the universe wants you to do. It wants you to grow, it wants you to shift, it wants you to move beyond the life that you have set up now. Now, you may be saying, Sarah, I like the life that I have right now. That's okay, but the universe always has something in mind for you to be moving and to doing and to working with in a different direction. So allow yourself to experience that shift, that unexpected moment or moments, and see what happens as a result. Gemini, your card this week is commit to happiness. Happiness is such a fluid thing. Now, you may be saying, I'm committed to being happy, but are you truly committed to being happy? Because sometimes being committed to happiness means that we are doing things in a way that we haven't been doing them already, or in a way that we need to make some sort of shift and some adjustment and some change so that we can truly be happy. So, Gemini, allow yourself this week to truly commit to being happy and what that means and the work that you need to put in and that you may need to go through in order to make that dream a reality. So, commit to your happiness this week, Gemini, and see what can happen as a result. Cancer, your card this week is well-being. This is an opportunity for you and a time for you to pay attention to not only your physical health, but your mental health as well. And what is it that your mental health wants you to get across? What is it wants you to do? This is a week of the mind. Pay attention to what your mind is telling you. Your intuition is strong, Cancer. So pay attention to what intuitive nudges you're getting and follow them. But make sure to act from a place that is for your own personal well-being and your own personal good, because that is how you're truly going to advance in your life when you are strong and secure in yourself and who you are. Leo, your card this week is awareness. So something is being brought to your attention, Leo, this week. Pay attention to it. It's coming to you for a reason. It's coming to your forefront for you to do something with, for you to work with something on. And it's important that you do that, Leo, as this awareness, it's going to help take you into that next step. But you need to allow yourself to be aware and then take that awareness and actually implement it and do something with it, as that is going to be the way that you are going to get from here to there. And that is ultimately what we are here for in this time, this place. All of us are here to shift, evolve, and to grow. Virgo, your card this week is breathe. So this is time for you to take a time out. And the energy is there this week if you need to rest and you need to rejuvenate. Don't beat yourself up if you don't have the energy to do what it is that you might normally want to do or that you feel like you need to do. It is okay. This is an opportunity for you to breathe, for you to relax and settle into what it is that you need to do. You don't always have to be going. Now, Mercury governs your sign. So you may notice some shifts going on in there and what it is that you need to know and what it is that you need to find out so that you can truly take that advance in what progress you're looking to do. Excuse me. But this is an opportunity for you to breathe, rest, rejuvenate so that you can step into that next chapter being the biggest and best version of yourself. Libra, your card this week is grateful. Be grateful for everything that you have. Gratitude can seem like such a secondary thing, especially when we're going through the hard times. And there are a lot of hard times going on right now, especially when you look at the world as a whole. Be grateful for the little tiny things that you have in your life. As when you show gratitude for the little things, then sometimes those bigger things can start to come through. And ultimately, the goal is for you to start to develop those bigger things in your world. Scorpio, your card for this week is acceptance. Accept things for what they are. It may not be what you want to see, it may not be what you want to hear, but it is the way that it is. Sometimes there's a tendency to want to dig deeper and to look at things from a different and a deeper perspective. But you don't have to look for that perspective. The answer is already there, but you have to be willing to accept the answer for what it is. And sometimes that can be just as difficult as imagining the possibilities. So accept things for what they are, and then look and see how can you shift that and how can you change that, as that is going to be your next step. Sagittarius, your card this week is give back. So the way that you are going to get energy presented and given to you is to give back to other people. Now, that may not be something that's within your comfort zone, but it could be. So give of yourself this week to other people. There are people who need it. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give money to charity or anything like that. It can mean that you give of yourself to something and to some goal, and you work towards that and you work through that, because giving back is how you are going to move into that person that you want to become. So give back this week, Sagittarius. Capricorn, your card this week is growth. This is an opportunity for you to grow, to shift. All of us are going through growth in some form or another, but this is your task this week is to focus on your growth. What do you need to do so that you can grow and become the person that you want to do? You may already know what it is, and you're just not willing to accept it or to do the work, but this is a time for you to do the work. Put in the effort so that you can go and move forward and become that person that you want to grow into. So, Capricorn this week, focus on your growth and how you can go about achieving that. Aquarius, your card this week is reliable. This is a time for you to commit, not necessarily to the people or to your community, which is where you may give most of your attention, but this is an opportunity for you to become reliable to you. What do you need to do so that you can tap into and become that best version of yourself? Don't always be giving to other people unless you have that energy to give. Be reliable to yourself first and foremost, and you can deal with other people later as they can start to participate in what it is that you're doing. But you be reliable to you first and foremost. Put your mask on first, you take care of you, and then be reliable to others secondarily. And Pisces, your card for this week is kindness. This is an opportunity for you to be kind, not only to yourself, but to other people. And kindness is something that is so desperately needed in this world right now. We have a tendency to focus on other people more than, and just releasing energy in ways that aren't necessarily healthy. Be kind to yourself, be kind to other people, and see what bounces back as a result of that. So hopefully this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you. Remember that you're not lost, you are evolving, and that is what you are here to do. So let these cards help move you into this next phase of your life and to help give you the information and the general guidance that you need so that you can start taking that path. I'd love to connect with you deeper. So you can find me at www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com or on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Here's to a week of you finding that clarity and that soul aligned movement that you so desperately need. So stay expansive, stay within you, stay you, and I will talk to you next week.